Have you ever felt like something is watching you in the dark? Tonight, at the silent lake, a mysterious lamp floats all alone. Its light is gentle, yet chilling, and the shadows it casts make your heart race. Do you dare to step closer and uncover the truth hidden beneath the water? The lake lay silent in the night. The water reflected the moonlight in shimmering patterns. A cold breeze passed, making the leaves shiver softly. I walked along the shore cautiously. Each step I took was swallowed by the darkness. Suddenly, a small light appeared near the water. It was an old lamp, floating alone. The light was gentle, yet chilling. And it made my heart beat faster. I stepped closer, the lamp casting its glow on my face. And I saw something I did not expect. The shadow that the lamp cast moved unnaturally, twisting across the water like a living thing. I froze, unable to look away. The gentle ripple of the lake seemed to carry whispers, faint and almost impossible to hear. My breath fogged in the cold night air, and every nerve in my body screamed that I should step back, yet curiosity anchored me to the spot. The lamp flickered, and with each flicker, the reflection on the water warped into grotesque shapes. Faces, distorted and hollow-eyed, seemed to press against the surface, as if the lake itself were alive and watching me. I blinked rapidly, thinking my eyes were playing tricks on me. A sudden splash made me jump. Nothing emerged from the water, yet the ripples expanded outward in slow, deliberate waves. The lamp drifted closer, carried by some invisible current. I could hear the faint creak of metal, the subtle hum of energy that made my skin tingle. I wanted to look away, to run, yet something inside me compelled me to follow. The air grew colder with every step. My jacket did nothing to stop the chill that seemed to seep into my bones. I reached the edge of the dock, the wooden boards slick beneath my feet. Each step echoed across the empty lake, a hollow reminder of my isolation. The lamp floated now just inches from the surface, its light reflecting in my eyes in blinding streaks. Then I saw it, a hand. Pale, thin, almost translucent, it reached out from beneath the lamp. I stumbled backward, heart hammering in my chest, but the hand rose higher, as if inviting me. A voice, soft and distant, drifted across the water. "Do you see me?" it whispered. I could not respond. My lips refused to move. The wind picked up suddenly, rustling through the trees like whispers of warnings. The lake darkened, as if the moonlight itself was being swallowed by some unseen force. The lamp floated directly in front of me, illuminating the hand completely now. The fingers were long, too long, bending at unnatural angles. Then the surface of the water broke. Not with splashes, but with a sickening ripple that looked like flesh. Eyes opened beneath the lamp. Dark, endless eyes, staring straight into mine. I screamed, but the sound was swallowed by the night. The lamp began to rise above the water, carried by no wind, no current, moving as if it had a will of its own. The eyes followed every movement of mine, never blinking, never wavering. I backed up along the dock, the boards groaning under my weight. My hands trembled violently, almost unable to hold onto the railing. The lamp floated closer, and the shadow beneath it stretched across the dock, crawling like ink spilling over paper. A sudden chill gripped my chest. My vision blurred, and for a moment, I felt my body growing heavy, as if the lake itself wanted to pull me in. I looked down and saw my own reflection, twisted, dark, eyes hollow, mirroring the figures in the water. Panic surged through me. I turned and ran, but the dock seemed to stretch endlessly. Each step taking me farther from the shore, yet closer to the lamp. The whispers grew louder, not one voice, but many, overlapping, speaking in tongues I could not understand. The lamp's glow pulsed in rhythm with my heartbeat. Each pulse brought more shadows, more distorted shapes rising from the water. I stumbled, falling to my knees. My hands touched the boards, damp and sticky as if coated in something alive. The lamp hovered inches from my face now. I could see the hollow eyes beneath the surface, watching, waiting. A hand emerged again, not from beneath the lamp this time, but from the water beneath me. I could feel its cold fingers brushing against my skin, crawling up my wrist. I tried to pull away, but my body refused to obey. The shadows on the water began to coalesce into a figure, a silhouette darker than the night itself, its form ever-changing yet distinctly human. It raised its head and whispered my name, soft and chilling, like the sound of wind through dead leaves. I wanted to scream, but no sound came. The lamp's light flared violently, and in that moment, the world seemed to shatter. The figure lunged forward, and I felt myself being pulled toward the water. I struggled, clawing at the boards, feeling the cold seep into my bones. And then I realized, This was no ordinary shadow. This was a memory I had buried long ago. The lake reflected not just my face, but the faces of everyone I had ever lost, twisted and screaming silently. The lamp floated higher, illuminating a small, old journal lying at the edge of the dock. I reached for it, trembling, my fingers brushing the wet leather. The moment I touched it, the lamp's light went out. Darkness swallowed the lake entirely. For a heartbeat, I felt nothing but silence, until the whispers returned, louder than ever, surrounding me, pressing into my mind. The water beneath the dock moved again. Something enormous stirred, sending ripples that rocked the entire structure. A scream tore through me, but it was not my own. The shadows on the water began to rise, forming shapes that no human mind could comprehend. Eyes glowed red, black, and white, staring from every direction, all focused on me. My legs gave way, and I fell forward, plunging toward the water. The cold embraced me, sharp and unforgiving, and I felt my consciousness stretch, pulling me between fear and oblivion. The lamp flickered once more, its light revealing a figure at the far end of the lake. A woman, draped in tattered white, holding a lantern identical to the one before me. Her eyes were hollow, yet filled with an impossible sadness. She whispered, "Do you see me now?" Before I could respond, the water surged upward, swallowing the dock, the lamp, and everything around me. Darkness consumed me entirely, and the last thing I saw was her face, reflected in the lantern's glow. Then silence. Darkness surrounded me, and I struggled to breathe, feeling as if the lake itself had swallowed not just my body, but my very being. For a long moment, nothing existed but silence and cold, and the weight of the water pressed down on me like a living thing. Then, slowly, a dim light appeared above. It was the lamp, floating again, its glow soft and warm this time, no longer flickering or harsh. I opened my eyes and realized I was lying at the edge of the lake, the water lapping gently against my legs. The dock was still, the shadows gone, and the ripples on the surface had calmed. The woman in white was there, standing at the far end of the lake, her lantern held high. Her hollow eyes softened, almost human now, and she nodded toward me. I realized she was not a threat, but a guide, a guardian of the lake's memories. The whispers faded, replaced by the quiet hum of the night. I sat up slowly, shivering, and felt the cool air on my face. The lamp drifted closer, hovering above the water, illuminating the lake in a gentle, steady glow. It was as if it were showing me the truth I had long avoided, the forgotten moments, the regrets, the people I had lost. I understood then that the lake did not want to harm me. It wanted me to remember, to feel, to release what I had carried inside. The woman raised her lantern one last time, and the light reflected in my eyes. A warmth spread through me, replacing the chill that had gripped my soul. I stood slowly, stepping away from the edge, feeling a sense of peace I had never known before. The lamp drifted back to the center of the lake, glowing softly, a sentinel watching over the water. I turned and walked along the shore, the whispers gone, replaced by the gentle rustle of the leaves and the quiet lapping of the waves. Behind me, the lamp remained, a quiet promise that the lake's secrets were no longer meant to terrify, but to guide. And for the first time in years, I felt truly seen, truly understood, and completely free. The night carried on, calm and still, and the lamp by the lake glowed steadily, a small beacon of light in the vast